on radio, on YouTube, and on your smartphone. This is TTUTA Speaks. We invite all listeners to tune into I-95.5 every Thursday morning at approximately 7:25 for TTUTA Speaks, a program which highlights local, regional, and international issues affecting the education sector. Good morning to all listeners and welcome to TTUTA Speaks. I am your presenter, Barry Joel Desaine. The new academic year has just begun and already many students are literally feeling the heat, not from their teachers but from extremely hot weather conditions. This is hardly surprising as rising global temperatures, climate change and adverse weather conditions are almost daily news items in mainstream media. On social media platforms, there are also numerous posts, comments, and memes about the extreme heat. Even the Ministry of Health recently issued a media release which reminds the public that very high temperatures or heated conditions can be dangerous and advises the population to take the necessary precautions to safeguard their health. The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, TTUTA, notes that on several occasions the Ministry of Education suspended its services at Education Tower due to its malfunctioning air-conditioned system. This action was inconvenient to many teachers and members of the public, but it was quite understandable and justified. TTUTA agrees that people should not be forced to slave away in unbearably hot conditions as though they are under colonial rule. Unfortunately, this courtesy does not appear to apply to students or their teachers. They are expected to study and perform their duties admirably despite the heat. It makes one wonder whether the Ministry of Education is unaware of the Ministry of Health's advisory that very high temperatures can be dangerous to health and that the elderly and children are particularly vulnerable. Moreover, a hot, stuffy classroom is not conducive to learning. How do we know this? There are several research findings that show that higher classroom temperatures are a hindrance to student cognition. Their ability to perceive, reason, and learn is lowered as temperature rises. But even without research, common sense tells us this. When we are at home on a hot, humid day, if we don't have air conditioning, we'll have fans blowing on us from all sides. When we are sweaty and overheated, all we want to do is drink something beastly cold and perhaps watch some television. Studying would be the last thing on our minds. Yet our poor children are expected to listen attentively to their teachers and taking the day's lessons, which can be hard enough for some to do even under perfect conditions. So how reasonable is that? How extensive is this concern? An online poll was recently conducted among teachers regarding whether their classrooms were adequately cooled to optimize student learning. Among the 639 responses received from teachers, 66% indicated that their classrooms were too hot even with fans installed, while 20% reported that their classrooms had no cooling systems whatsoever. Only 12% reported that their classrooms were suitably cooled to optimize student learning. While the poll is not scientific, it is certainly significant. It is clear that the vast majority of students are at a disadvantage due to excessively hot classrooms. To our listeners who are parents and guardians, we would like to reiterate the call of the Ministry of Health to take the necessary precautions to ensure children stay hydrated by eating fruits and vegetables at least 2 to 4 servings daily, drinking at least 8 to 10 glasses of water, and staying within shaded areas where possible. Be assured that teachers will continue to nurture their students and be on the lookout for any adverse effects of the heat. In this regard, please ensure that you can be contacted easily by your child's school in case of an emergency. TTUTA is also appealing to the Ministry of Education to give urgent consideration to this matter for the sake of the children's education and their health, as well as the health of our more vulnerable teachers. The scientific community anticipates that extreme weather conditions are likely to persist for many years to come. As such, the hindrance of hot, humid classrooms on student learning ought to be on the ministry's agenda. As a professional association of teachers whose primary aim is to promote the cause of education, TTUTA looks forward to meaningful discussions about possible solutions with the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders. You have been listening to TTUTA Speaks. To contact us, please dial 610-3850. That's 610-3850. Or you may email our president at president@tuta.org. That's president@ttuta.org. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where recordings of interviews, events, and other materials are uploaded regularly. Like us by giving a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.